Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mr Brahim Ameziane. I teach in Badr High School. I'm from Morocco. Very good. Okay, so we found out that for the first question, specifying the impact of in-service training program on your teaching practices. So first, do I have to mention only one?
Okay, only the
okay. The most important is that it changed the way we see teaching as a practice. Do I have to move to number 2? Okay. For number 2, enhancing teachers' ICT skills in general. And number 3, I think the first thing, what should I do? Any teacher should be first motivated and open to change. If you're not motivated or open to change, then it's you.
Agadir. I am a teacher in Lalla Meryem School, and for a long time we have a kind of in-training service with Mr. Zoubair, and from that we have learned lots of techniques how as teachers to make our students be responsible for their learning process, and it's how we can encourage our students to be student-centered, which is the opposite of teachers center, and we should think about different techniques. It can be kind of, for example, problem solving, games, jeopardies, for example, how to raise a kind of class management by using, for example, traffic light cards, hands down, and also we should encourage them how to think. When we give them questions, give them the chance to think 2-3 minutes and then exchange it with peers, and from peers presenting to the rest of the class. And this has lots of advantages because we discovered that our students become, kind of maximizing participation, not just excellent students talking, but dominating the class, but also those students become encouraged to participate. And also the second question, what should I do to meet those needs, is that we have to think personally, and from my learned from the United States program, is that next year I'm going to think in summer how to think about ideas to make my students responsible of their learning, and they will be just helper, facilitator to their process by encouraging them projects, for example, interviews, making plays. For example, I'm going the first year, at the beginning of the year, I keep 1 month to learn, just to know my student, what kind of styles, learning styles. And then, of course, according to their interest, because there are some students who are perfect genius in informatics, which is better than us as teachers. So they can be leaders of the class, for example, for 1 semester, 1 month, and it is these leaders in the class who are going to manage the class and the friends. For example, choosing a play at the beginning of the year, story, short stories, etc. And also projects to, for example, I can give them the chance to even to teach a lesson, and I will help them. Okay, they understand? It means I'm going to be just at the back, and also it's good for the teacher to reduce his energy, because I discovered when I was in the United States that really we make ourselves tired for nothing. The objective is negative. It's the student who should do, and do should be with capital letter, because doing is things that makes them learn more. But when we give them lectures, presenting blah blah blah, it gives nothing, no result. And this is give them freedom, autonomy, responsibility, make them responsible, because this is the good consequence, good that we need from our students to prepare them to be good generations of the future. But being just in the class.
Everybody, I'm Mr. from Lalla Meryem School in Agadir. And concerning the first question, the first question that we specified the impact of the in-service training on our teaching and the learning of the students. We found out that the TLC was very beneficial for us, teachers learning community, because we meet with our colleagues in the same school. We talk about our worries, our failures, our successes, and this has a very good impact, a positive impact on us, on our teaching and the learning of our students. In that, for example, we have teachers observe other teachers and have a feedback, give them a feedback on their teaching, the learning of the students. We also learn new techniques from our colleagues. All right. For the second point, what we need, what we really have to learn more about is the ICT, the use of new technology in teaching and learning. Because we feel that we still have a lot of challenges and using the new technology in class. But the solution of this, for this, and what should I do, is we should contact other teachers who have more knowledge about the ICT. We should contact colleagues, as Mr. Zoubair said, people abroad in Canada or in the USA to tell us how we should also use the tutorials, because I tried this and it worked very well. For example, I give you the use of the whiteboard, yes. There is a tutorial and they teach you step by step how you do this, then you do a short and you progress, and they even give you a certificate. So this is very, very useful and very important. I think we also should learn from students. They are experts, as he said. They can teach you a lot. And the most important impact of this new technology is that students now are using it. They are making films, they are making bands, okay, in class. They are making projects using the new technology. So this is, I think, is very, very important, and it has a very good impact on us as teachers and on our students too. Thank you.
Everyone, I am Alawi from Mr Brahim School, and I have been teaching for just 5 years.
You're a liar.
As you can see. However, I can say that teaching is on the move, and it's all thanks to these techniques that we have been learning in this ICT program. I would like to say that adding to, along with working together, getting to know each other's techniques, getting to learn from each other, also we have come to learn new things thanks to these workshops. Among these things that we have learned is how to evaluate these kids. Now, instead of evaluating these students by giving them just marks that would never make them reflect on their work or how good, how well they are developing, now we are making them discover their mistakes. One of the very good techniques I personally have tried and appreciated a lot is we just tried giving students the number of their mistakes, and then it's up to them to find those mistakes. And together, in pairs or in groups, they correct each other. Okay. Another thing that we have learned is that marking students, evaluating their work in relation to the previous work, and this is called a plus-minus marking or grading thing. Okay, here we are sure that the student has to bear in mind that either he or she progresses, improves and gets a plus, or goes backward and it's a minus. Okay, now another good thing also is that students, of course, we have come to the conclusion that students learn from each other much better, and they learn more from each other than from the teacher. So we are here just to encourage this, and it has worked group of students have decided that that's it. We have corrected the mistakes that we managed, that we were able to correct, and now we need your help, teacher. So here, the focus, the axis is not the teacher now, it is the student himself. Now, what we need to do, my colleagues and I, we need to practice on these things, because as we know, this is new for us, okay? And as we said, we have been teaching for already 5 years. So we got used to those old techniques, so we need more practice. And of course, we need a lot with technology, speaking.
Good afternoon, everyone. My colleagues, so I'm going to start with the lesson. Okay, my name is Sidi. I work in Termite, Agadir, Morocco. Okay, in my group, so I would like to start with the third point, because we had the feeling while discussing that some of us are still reluctant to change. So the key, as we agreed on this, is that we have to show some willingness to change. As our colleague said, we have been teaching for 50 years, so things have been ingrained, so sometimes we find it difficult to change. So the first and the key to this, as my colleagues and I agreed on, is to show this willingness to change to the better. So this is the first and the most important thing we think we have to do, change. Show that be ready to change and then get rid of some of the old techniques, some of the old habits. This is said, so we still believe that we are doing a lot of things are good. Just to answer, this is Khadi, so we're not doing anything. We're doing things that we're doing with the heart. So if we make mistakes, so we still have to listen, okay, because we do it with our heart. There are constraints, there are problems, so we all know that. So first, so just to summarize the last point, we need to change. Go into I'm doing it backward. The second point, okay, we need a lot of training. I mean training, practical training in SAT. Okay, we hear a lot, we read a lot, but I suggest, this is what we agreed on in our group, that I think you have ICT groups, and you meet from time to time. So those people are experts. They need to have students with them to learn how to use those techniques. So I'm sure when I have to use a data show or any other tool, it takes me more time. Much more time than so. We don't have time. Okay? So we need practical training rather than theoretical. Go into the first point, the impact. I'm going to focus on one point. So in our group we agreed that trying those techniques that we learned together with our friends, we are delegating responsibilities, which means we're changing the role of the teacher. So we're giving our students more responsibilities in group work or in evaluating themselves or evaluating their peers. So we feel that we are maximizing their participation or their involvement and minimizing our effort, and we really need it. We have worked for 50 years. Thank you.
My name is Mr Latif. I'm a teacher in Khitabi school, in high school in Agadir, Morocco. For the first question, the impact of the in-service training on our teaching practices, in addition to what my friends, my colleagues said about the change, the element of change that we introduced to our teaching. So whether we've been teaching for 5 years or 50 years, we need this change almost every day. We can't teach, we can't imagine a teacher teaching the same way during one single week, let alone for 50 years. So we learn techniques from in-service, we learn techniques and methods that are useful in our teaching practice. And we introduce this element of change to avoid boredom. And we this is very important for us to identify our weak points in our teaching styles. So we all have weak points when we teach, when we learn. So this is very important to spot our weaknesses and to work on them. What is the impact on our students? Of course, our students react positively to this. This is very important for them to enhance these techniques, enhance their teaching learning experience, and they become more responsible for their own learning. As for the second question, what are the needs that we're going to work on? Of course, in our group we've agreed upon 3 points. We need more training on ICT, as my colleague has already mentioned. We need a bank of activities that are ready for use in our teaching context. We are speaking about Moroccan teachers with Moroccan students in Moroccan contexts, so we need this adaptation of any activity that is. And of course, the new network that has been created will be very useful to us. The next question, what should I do? What should we do? Number one, we said, I'll create my web blog. This is the first plan of action. I'll use the web to get more resources. And I'll use my bank of activities and invite the students to bring their bank of activities and agree on a way to share and use these for the rest of the year. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm very glad to have joined you this year. I came from Morzet, for those who don't know that, and this is my first year. Okay, I'd like to start with the needs. Okay, the group, they agreed on the needs, and they said that, of course, needs are endless. And we don't only have the needs, but we have the wants, because today's wants, they become tomorrow's needs, and vice versa. They said that what we need for sure is a stress-free atmosphere. We need to work in a stress-free atmosphere. It means the classrooms that we have, that we are working in need to be more modern, and they should cater for our needs as teachers and also our students' needs. The other thing is that we need to have more practical training on ICT. This is the point. I'm just reiterating some of the points already raised. And what should I do? Is first of all I have to get involved. Fine. And also I have to be highly motivated, attend more training nationally and internationally, and join ALT communities, either it's as the one that we have here in Agadir or online. And also we have one important point is sharing. We have to share, because a lot of us, we have a lot of ideas, we went through a lot of trainings, experience, but the point is that we keep these things for us, we don't share. So we have to share. And I think also one point is that we need to, we have willingness, readiness, and also we have to be positive. This is the point. Thank you.
Sadia Al-Ghali from Lalla Meryem School. Instead of clarification, I have questions. Okay, how can I improve my, this is personal problem, how can I improve my personal techniques development, teaching development in the use of internet for classroom purpose? I need help. Second question is, should I adapt TLC techniques to meet the needs of mixed ability classes? Mixed ability, that's all. I have 2 questions.
So what I would like to say, I think we have benefited a lot from the in-service sessions we have been doing so long. And talking about techniques and methods, I agree with my colleague there. It means we have to profit from the techniques that we have developed ourselves and try to share it. I think there are teachers who have developed successful techniques that can be called Moroccan techniques from the Moroccan context. We have to profit from those successes of those teachers. We don't have every day or every time to go back and to refer to the others' techniques, but we have to share the successes, because I think accumulating all these experiences that we have been gathering, one of us or one of our colleagues can tell us about the successes that he has achieved in his classroom and try to share it with the other teachers. I think that we have to highlight our the things or the techniques that are applicable in our classes, and we have tried them, we have implemented them, and we think that they are fruitful. Why not share them? Thank you, Siri.
My name is Fatima Htada. I'm from Mr Brahim School. I think that my colleagues have mentioned all the points we agreed upon. I think that TLC has enhanced both the students' learning autonomy, they become more autonomous and responsible, and it has also enhanced my teaching and teaching competence. This is concerning question 1. Question 2, I think that as my friends and my colleagues have mentioned before, we feel that we need to more training about on ICT and the use of ICT in our classrooms. I think I need it personally too much. I'm just a beginner, and this is and all the points I think that I can say that we mentioned before, and you told us at the beginning that we shouldn't repeat the points. Okay.